Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you of something powerful today. Your life is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. What you tell yourself in the quiet moments when no one is watching will determine whether you rise to greatness or remain bound by limitations. You are not here by accident. Your existence is intentional, deliberate, and necessary. Every breath you take is evidence that your life has value and meaning. Too often, we underestimate the significance of our presence on this earth, allowing doubt, fear, and comparison to rob us of the truth. You have a purpose, something only you were created to fulfill. It's not just about surviving or merely existing, it's about stepping into the reason for which you were designed. The world is full of distractions and voices that try to convince you otherwise. Society might measure worth by wealth, status, or appearance, but purpose is not found in those things. Purpose comes from within. It is tied to who you are, not just what you do. You were born with something unique, something irreplaceable. No one else has your fingerprint, your voice, your perspective, or your ability to touch the lives of others the way you can. This is why you must remind yourself daily, I am here for a purpose. Purpose is not always about grand gestures or public recognition. Sometimes it's found in the small, consistent actions you take each day. It's in how you treat the people around you, the values you uphold, and the passion you bring to what you do. Purpose gives meaning to everything, even the mundane. Without it, life becomes an endless cycle of going through the motions. With it, every task, every interaction, and every moment becomes an opportunity to live intentionally and make a difference. It's important to understand that your purpose is not just for you, it's tied to the lives of others. When you walk in your purpose, you inspire, empower, and impact those around you. Your purpose might solve a problem, answer a question, or bring hope to someone who feels lost. It might create something beautiful, innovative, or lasting. Whatever it is, it matters. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see your life as part of a bigger picture. You realize that the world needs what you carry, and you stop doubting your importance. But let's be honest, there will be days when you don't feel like you have a purpose, days when you question why you're here, when the weight of life feels too heavy, and when setbacks make you wonder if you're on the right path. These moments are inevitable, but they do not define you. Purpose isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's not about never making mistakes, but about learning from them and moving forward with a clearer sense of direction. You don't have to know every detail of your purpose right now. It often unfolds gradually, step by step. What's important is to start where you are with what you have and trust that the process will reveal more as you go. Sometimes your purpose is discovered through your passions, the things that ignite your soul and bring you joy. Other times it's found in your pain, the trials and challenges you've overcome that equip you to help others. Both are valuable. Both can guide you toward a deeper understanding of why you're here. Comparison is one of the greatest enemies of purpose. When you focus on what others are doing or achieving, you risk losing sight of your own unique path. Remember, no one else can fulfill your purpose because no one else is you. Stay true to yourself, honor your journey, and trust that what you have is enough. The world doesn't need a copy of someone else, it needs the authentic, unapologetic version of you. Living with purpose requires intentionality. It means waking up each day and reminding yourself that your life matters, that your actions have meaning, and that you are capable of making a difference. It means choosing to live with faith, courage, and determination, even when circumstances are challenging. It's about refusing to settle for mediocrity and striving to be the best version of yourself. Your purpose will evolve as you grow. What you're called to do in one season may look different in another. That's okay. Purpose is not static, it's dynamic, adapting to the experiences and wisdom you gain over time. The key is to stay connected to it, to keep asking yourself, why am I here and how can I use my gifts and abilities to make a positive impact? The truth is, no one else can answer these questions for you. Your purpose is deeply personal. It's something you must discover, embrace, and live out for yourself. But as you do, you will find a sense of fulfillment and peace that nothing else can provide. You will wake up each day with a renewed sense of energy and passion, knowing that you are walking in alignment with the reason you were created. Every day you face countless situations that test your patience, resilience, and mindset. While you cannot always control what happens to you, you have complete control over how you respond to it. This is the power of choice, and it begins with your attitude. Your attitude is more than just a reaction to your circumstances. It is a reflection of your inner perspective. It shapes the way you interpret the world, how you interact with others, and ultimately the life you build for yourself. Telling yourself, "I have the power to choose my attitude," is a declaration of ownership over your own mind. It is a reminder that no one else has the authority to determine how you feel or think unless you give them that power. Life may throw challenges, disappointments, and unexpected twists your way, but your attitude determines whether those obstacles break you or make you stronger. This power is not automatic, it requires intentionality. It is easy to let circumstances dictate your mood. When things go well, you feel positive, but when adversity strikes, negativity can creep in. This is why the power to choose your attitude is so essential. It allows you to rise above the natural reactions of frustration, anger, or hopelessness. It gives you the strength to pause, reflect, and decide how you will respond, regardless of the situation. Choosing your attitude doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means acknowledging the challenges while refusing to let them control you. It means deciding to focus on solutions rather than problems, on gratitude rather than lack, and on hope rather than despair. Your attitude is not shaped by what happens to you, but by the perspective you choose to adopt. Perspective is key because it influences how you perceive challenges. Two people can experience the same event but interpret it in completely different ways. One may see it as a setback, while the other sees it as an opportunity. This difference comes down to attitude. When you choose an attitude of growth, resilience, and optimism, you open yourself to possibilities that others might overlook. You begin to see problems as lessons, delays as preparation, and failures as stepping stones. The power to choose your attitude also extends to your interactions with others. How you treat people is often a reflection of your own internal state. A positive attitude enables you to approach others with kindness, patience, and empathy, even when they may not reciprocate. This is not always easy, but it is always worth it. When you respond with grace instead of anger, you not only protect your own peace, but also create an environment where understanding and collaboration can thrive. Your attitude also affects your energy and productivity. A negative mindset drains your energy, making even simple tasks feel overwhelming. In contrast, a positive attitude fuels motivation and creativity. When you tell yourself, "I have the power to choose my attitude," you give yourself permission to approach each day with enthusiasm and purpose. You remind yourself that challenges are temporary, but your determination can outlast them. This power is particularly important during moments of failure or disappointment. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned, but your attitude can turn a loss into a learning experience. When you choose to see setbacks as opportunities for growth, you build resilience. You begin to understand that failure is not final, it is simply part of the journey. The ability to choose your attitude is one of the greatest freedoms you have. It cannot be taken away by external circumstances. Even in the most difficult situations, you have the power to decide how you will think, feel, and act. This freedom is empowering because it places responsibility in your hands. It means that you are not a victim of your environment, but an active participant in shaping your reality. To exercise this power, you must develop awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions, especially in moments of stress or frustration. Recognize when negativity begins to take hold, and make a conscious effort to shift your perspective. This is not always easy, but it becomes easier with practice. The more you choose a positive attitude, the more it becomes a habit. Over time, this habit can transform the way you experience life. Choosing your attitude is not about denying the existence of challenges, it's about refusing to let them define you. It's about deciding that your peace, joy, and purpose are too valuable to be dictated by external factors. It's about taking ownership of your mind and deciding to see the best in every situation, even when it's hard to find. Your past is a part of you, but it is not the entirety of who you are. It is easy to look back at mistakes, failures, or missed opportunities and feel as though they have permanently defined your future. Regret has a way of lingering in the mind, convincing you that your best days are behind you, that the decisions you've made or the things you've experienced have already written the story of your life. But this is not true. Your past is not a life sentence, it is a lesson. Your future is determined not by where you've been, but by the choices you make today and the vision you have for tomorrow. The past often tries to act as a heavy weight, dragging down your hopes and keeping you from believing that you can move forward. It is important to recognize this for what it is, a lie. While the past may shape your perspective, it does not have the authority to dictate your future unless you give it that power. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the pain you've endured. You are not the limitations others have placed on you. You are a person with the ability to grow, adapt, and create a new path for yourself. Growth begins with the decision to release the past. This does not mean ignoring it or pretending it didn't happen. It means choosing to learn from it without letting it define you. Mistakes, failures, and even painful experiences carry lessons that can help you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. The key is to extract the wisdom from those moments without allowing the weight of regret or guilt to consume you. Every great person has a story of failure or difficulty, but what sets them apart is their refusal to let those moments stop them from moving forward. When you look back at your past, you must remind yourself that you survived. There were moments you thought you wouldn't make it through, yet here you are. That alone is proof of your strength. If you made it through before, you can make it through again. The challenges you faced were not meant to destroy you, but to build you. They prepared you for what's ahead, even if it didn't feel that way at the time. The hardest part of moving forward is forgiving yourself. You may hold on to guilt for the things you did or didn't do, for the chances you didn't take, or for the opportunities you feel you wasted. But holding on to guilt serves no purpose except to keep you stuck. Forgiveness is not about forgetting, it's about freeing yourself from the burden of shame. It's about acknowledging your humanity, recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, and giving yourself permission to start again. The past can also include the words and actions of others that hurt you deeply. People may have doubted you, betrayed you, or labeled you in ways that made you question your worth. But their opinions do not define you. Their actions may have caused you pain, but they do not have the final say over your life. You are more than what others have said or done to you. You are not their opinion. You are not their opinion. You are not their rejection. You are not their failure to see your value. To truly embrace the idea that your past does not define your future, you must shift your focus to the present and the possibilities it holds. The present is the only place where change can happen. Every decision you make today has the potential to shape a new path. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, and what matters is that you get back up and keep moving forward. You cannot undo the past, but you can decide what you will do next. Each new day is an opportunity to rewrite your story. It's a chance to take a step, no matter how small, toward the life you want to build. The direction you choose today matters far more than the detours you took yesterday. Progress is not always quick or dramatic, but it is always possible. The key is to keep moving, to keep believing that change is within your reach, and to trust that the effort you put in today will bear fruit in time. Your future is full of potential, but it requires your active participation. No one else can change your life for you. No one else can make the decision to let go of the past and embrace the future. This is your responsibility and your privilege. You have the power to decide what kind of life you will live, no matter where you've come from. The past may inform your journey, but it does not determine your destination. Growth is not automatic. It is not something that simply happens with the passage of time or through life's experiences. Growth is intentional. It requires effort, focus, and responsibility. To grow, you must first recognize that you are the one responsible for your own development. No one else can take this responsibility for you, not your parents, your teachers, your boss, or your friends. While others may guide, support, or encourage you, the decision to grow and the actions that follow are entirely up to you. Taking responsibility for your growth begins with acknowledging that where you are today is the result of choices you've made in the past. This is not about assigning blame, but about understanding that you are the architect of your own life. Your habits, your mindset, and your actions have all played a role in shaping your current reality. If you want to experience growth, you must take ownership of these factors and commit to changing what needs to be changed. One of the biggest obstacles to growth is the tendency to look outside of ourselves for answers. It is easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even bad luck for the areas of our lives where we feel stuck. But growth begins when you shift your focus inward and ask yourself, what can I do to improve? This question is empowering because it places the responsibility and the opportunity squarely in your hands. It forces you to look at your own actions, attitudes, and decisions and to take an active role in shaping your future. Taking responsibility for your growth also means being willing to step out of your comfort zone. Growth does not happen in places of familiarity or ease. It happens when you challenge yourself, take risks, and embrace the discomfort of learning something new. It is in the moments when you feel stretched, tested, or even overwhelmed that true growth occurs. While it may be tempting to avoid these challenges, doing so only keeps you stuck in the same place. To grow, you must be willing to face the unknown and push beyond what feels safe or comfortable. Another important aspect of taking responsibility for your growth is being intentional about what you feed your mind. Your thoughts shape your reality, and the information you consume has a direct impact on your mindset. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, doubt, or mediocrity, it will be difficult to grow. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with positivity, inspiration, and knowledge, you create an environment where growth can flourish. This means being deliberate about the books you read, the conversations you have, and the people you spend time with. Personal growth also requires self-discipline. It is not enough to set goals or have good intentions. You must follow through with consistent action. Discipline is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It is the daily choices you make, the habits you build, and the effort you put in even when you don't feel like it. Growth is not always exciting or glamorous. It often looks like showing up, doing the work, and staying committed to the process even when progress feels slow or invisible. Taking responsibility for your growth means being honest with yourself about where you are and where you want to go. This requires self-awareness and a willingness to confront your weaknesses, blind spots, and areas for improvement. It is not always easy to acknowledge the ways in which you may be holding yourself back, but it is necessary. Growth begins with an honest assessment of your strengths and limitations, followed by a commitment to work on the areas that need attention. It is also important to recognize that growth is a lifelong journey. There is no point at which you arrive or stop learning. As long as you are alive, there is always room for improvement, always more to discover, and always new ways to challenge yourself. This perspective keeps you humble, curious, and open to new possibilities. It reminds you that growth is not a destination, but a process, a daily commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Taking responsibility for your growth means refusing to settle for mediocrity. It is about striving for excellence, not in comparison to others, but in alignment with your own potential. It is about recognizing that you were created for more and taking the steps necessary to fulfill that potential. This requires focus, determination, and a willingness to put in the work, even when the results are not immediate. Growth is rarely instant, but it is always worth the effort. Growth is a choice. It is a decision you make every day to invest in yourself, to learn from your experiences, and to keep moving forward. It is a mindset that says, I am responsible for my own development, and I am committed to becoming better. This mindset empowers you to take control of your life, to overcome obstacles, and to create a future that aligns with your highest potential. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you've achieved, you will face obstacles, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. But the way you approach these challenges determines whether they will defeat you or strengthen you. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagine. The key is to tell yourself, no matter how difficult the situation may be, I will overcome every challenge. This declaration is not about pretending that challenges are easy or that they don't require effort. It's about adopting a mindset that refuses to give up. Challenges often feel overwhelming because they test your limits and push you out of your comfort zone. They bring discomfort, doubt, and sometimes even fear. But these feelings are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign that you are in the process of growing. Growth never happens without resistance, and challenges are the resistance you need to become stronger. To overcome challenges, you must first believe that you can. This belief doesn't come from ignoring reality or downplaying the difficulty of your situation. It comes from acknowledging the challenge while also recognizing your inner strength. You have faced difficulties before, and you are still standing. Every past challenge you have overcome has prepared you for the next one. The fact that you are here today is proof of your resilience. Telling yourself, I will overcome this, is not just a statement of hope, it is a statement of truth rooted in your past victories. Challenges often come disguised as problems, but they carry within them the seeds of opportunity. A challenge forces you to think differently, to adapt, and to innovate. It pushes you to discover new solutions and tap into strengths you didn't know you had. While it may be difficult to see the opportunity in the moment, hindsight often reveals that your greatest growth came during your most challenging times. The very things that seem like barriers often become the stepping stones to your greatest achievements. To overcome challenges, you must adopt a mindset of perseverance. Perseverance is the determination to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear and the progress feels slow. It is the willingness to take one step at a time, knowing that each small effort brings you closer to overcoming the obstacle. Challenges are rarely solved overnight, but consistent effort, no matter how small, has the power to break down even the largest barriers. It is also important to shift your perspective on failure. Challenges often bring the fear of failure, and this fear can paralyze you if you let it. But failure is not the end, it is a part of the process. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insight into what doesn't work, which brings you closer to discovering what does. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or ability, it is simply feedback. The only true failure is giving up. As long as you keep trying, you are still in the game, and you still have the chance to overcome. When facing challenges, it's crucial to stay focused on what you can control. Many obstacles feel overwhelming because we focus on the aspects that are beyond our influence. Instead of worrying about things you cannot change, direct your energy toward the actions you can take. Even the smallest step forward is progress. Taking control of what you can gives you a sense of empowerment and momentum, which are essential for overcoming difficulties. Support is another vital element in overcoming challenges. While it's true that much of the work must come from within, you don't have to face every challenge alone. Seek out mentors, friends, or family members who can provide guidance, encouragement, or a fresh perspective. Sometimes, simply talking through a problem with someone you trust can help you see solutions that weren't apparent before. Strength is not just about standing alone, it's also about knowing when to lean on others. Resilience is built in the face of adversity. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, it's about learning to navigate it with grace and determination. Each challenge you overcome adds to your reservoir of strength, making you more equipped to handle future obstacles. Over time, you begin to trust yourself and your ability to rise above whatever comes your way. The greatest challenges are not external, but internal. Fear, doubt, and negative self-talk can be just as difficult to overcome as any external obstacle. These internal battles require you to take control of your thoughts and remind yourself of your capabilities. When you feel overwhelmed by doubt, repeat to yourself, "I will overcome this." This simple affirmation reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed and silences the voice of fear that tries to hold you back. Overcoming challenges requires patience. In a world that often values quick results, it can be frustrating when progress feels slow. But challenges are rarely solved in an instant. They require persistence, effort, and time. Trust the process and remind yourself that progress, no matter how small, is still progress. The journey may be difficult, but the rewards of overcoming are always worth it. The words you speak to yourself have tremendous power. Every thought, every phrase, and every affirmation you repeat shapes the way you see yourself and the world around you. It is easy to overlook the importance of self-talk, but it plays a crucial role in determining your confidence, your mindset, and ultimately your actions. The phrase, "I believe in myself," is more than just a set of words. It is a declaration of trust, a commitment to your own abilities, and a reminder of your worth. When you tell yourself this daily, you reinforce the foundation upon which every decision, action, and success is built. Believing in yourself does not mean you are without flaws or doubts. It does not mean you have all the answers or that you never face fear. Instead, it is a deep-rooted assurance that, despite the uncertainties, you have the capacity to learn, grow, and succeed. It is acknowledging your imperfections while still affirming your worth and potential. This belief is not dependent on external validation. It is an internal conviction that says, "I am enough, and I have what it takes to navigate life's challenges." Self-belief is the cornerstone of confidence. When you believe in yourself, you approach life with a sense of possibility. Challenges no longer feel insurmountable, and setbacks are seen as temporary hurdles rather than permanent failures. You begin to trust in your ability to adapt and find solutions, even when the path ahead is unclear. This trust fuels your determination and helps you push forward, even when others doubt you or when circumstances seem unfavorable. Believing in yourself is not always easy. Life has a way of testing your faith in yourself through failures, criticism, and rejection. These moments can shake your confidence and make you question your abilities. But this is precisely why self-belief is so important. It is the anchor that holds you steady when the storms of life come. When you remind yourself, I believe in myself, you create a shield against negativity and doubt. You refuse to let external circumstances define your sense of worth. This belief must be nurtured daily. Like a muscle, it grows stronger with consistent use and practice. One of the most effective ways to cultivate self-belief is through positive affirmations. Repeating empowering phrases such as I am capable, I deserve success, and I can achieve my goals rewires your mind to focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. Over time, these affirmations replace self-doubt with self-assurance, and you begin to internalize the truth of your own potential. Another way to strengthen your belief in yourself is by reflecting on your past accomplishments. Too often, we focus on our failures and overlook the victories we've achieved along the way. Take time to remember the challenges you've overcome, the skills you've developed, and the progress you've made. These moments are proof of your resilience and capability. They serve as reminders that you have faced difficulties before and emerged stronger. If you could do it then, you can do it now. Believing in yourself also means embracing the process of growth. It's about understanding that success is not always immediate and that setbacks are part of the journey. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to make mistakes, knowing that they are opportunities to learn and improve. You stop fearing failure because you trust that you have the ability to rise again. This mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones and keeps you moving forward, no matter how difficult the path may seem. Self-belief is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It is not about thinking you are better than others or that you have nothing to learn. True self-belief is rooted in humility and self-awareness. It is about recognizing your value while remaining open to growth and feedback. It is about knowing your strengths while also acknowledging your areas for improvement. This balance allows you to approach life with both confidence and a willingness to learn. The power of self-belief extends beyond your personal achievements. It affects the way you interact with others and the energy you bring into the world. When you believe in yourself, you inspire confidence in those around you. Your self-assurance becomes a source of encouragement for others, showing them that they too can overcome their own doubts and limitations. In this way, your belief in yourself has a ripple effect, creating positivity and inspiration in your relationships and your environment. Believing in yourself also means silencing the inner critic that tries to hold you back. We all have that voice inside that questions our worth, our abilities, and our potential. While this voice may never disappear entirely, you have the power to choose which voice you listen to. By consciously affirming your belief in yourself, you drown out the negativity and replace it with a voice of encouragement and support. This shift in focus allows you to approach challenges with a sense of possibility rather than fear. Self-belief is a gift you give yourself. It is an act of self-love and self-respect that says, I am worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment. It is a decision to trust yourself, even when the odds are stacked against you. This belief empowers you to take risks, to pursue your dreams, and to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. It is the foundation upon which every great accomplishment is built, and it begins with the simple, powerful affirmation, I believe in myself.